There were people likely to come from Malaysia.
Yes.
Is it, Mr.?
You have told me I have informed Krupa Hotel.
How what is it? Sunday go.
Maharaj, do you have the address of the money changer?
Yes.
Because Saraswati would need.
Yes. I will remember, he'll bring here. He's charging hardly 50 paisa or 1 rupee.
50 only per transaction.
Previously, something wrong will happen.
Oh.
So we were not knowing him. I contact the person. Very good person, very thorough gentleman. So now he rarely have 50 paisa or 1 rupee maximum. Previously, they used to about 4. नहीं घर में नहीं बाहर गए चाबी इधर कुछ इधर रखने का कुछ
How can we contact him?
I have got number. I will give you number. You will come to me. How much dollars?
I'm not sure yet, Maharaj.
Huh?
I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure yet how much.
How much amount you have to exchange? That is most important. Not sure is not.
I'm not sure yet because I still have cash, but I'm not sure much how much I'm going to spend. So
Then you pay your certain number, forget it.
She needs to decide. Yes.
Huh?
She needs to decide. She doesn't know yet.
Okay.
Yes. No. So I can wait.
And then when you get some hard this one, then you contact me.
yes.
Because if you go outside, they will say cheat you.
Yes.
So I got very, very bad experience for last 3-4 years.
Okay.
So forget something somebody has taken disadvantage and he got 3 to 4 rupees per rupee. And then it happens. Then coincidentally I come to that agent. He said, I am cutting only 50% maximum, 1 rupee. So now whatever cases are there, those are giving donation in the foreign currency. Calling him, and his son is coming, or he is coming the second day. Money. So if you want, but what happens is I am telling you, if you contact directly, you will not enter because it is an official thing, not an official thing.
If we contact him
If
directly.
you direct contact, he will not entertain you. Because if you go to the bank, they will cut something.
Yeah.
He is an unofficial agent, not on record. So there are 3-4% agents are there. So they are doing business unofficially, genuine business, but they are not on the radar of the government. So that is his safety or our safety.
Oh.
No, we want some benefit out of that. Suppose what is mentioned in the rate in that newspaper. You will get this newspaper on the internet also, you get the rate of this exchange. And you can see it, what is the rate. And they are not cheating.
Yes.
There is something happen, forget it. So therefore I told you, if anybody want to exchange, you can exchange it. But they will not directly contact you.
Okay.
Because local people, because he's having difficulty, like suppose something happens, along with you, both of you go the problem. So he decided, it is not compulsory, you can exchange from bank also, no problem, it will bring the pressure.
But
State bank
It will be
exchange.
good, but I don't know how much to pay to the dentist yet. I don't know how much to pay to hotel.
No, what quantity
Ji.
in a foreign currency is with you, suppose $10, $15, $100, $200. So we have to inform him, we have got $200 to be exchanged.
Yes.
So then he will bring amount of $200 and for the rate on that day. So if you say we are not certain, how can he bring money? Because he's not coming again and again.
Ji, understand.
He's having his shop at Devlari, about say 20, 30, 25 kilometers. So if we say that this was the amount of the bill exchange, then he'll bring that amount to us. If you say we are not certain about it, so how can I confuse?
And I'm leaving on Tuesday.
Now you tell me
And
what
on
amount.
Sunday I will know
I
how
will
much.
give you the address of the Gopal. Because not every foreigner will do. Because if anything goes wrong, he will come in difficulty, you also come in difficulty. Because government is very strict about the foreign exchange of the foreign currency. So in good faith, even for ashram is favoring us. We should not be bringing in difficulty. So that you think everybody is pure. Then if you want to not, then you can go to bank. State bank is there, so many other banks. You go to the bank, but you have to fill up the forms and then something from various amount comes.
It's troublesome.
You have to give some full details of your passport, etc., etc. Link with the shit. It's up to you. It is not compulsory. It is some unofficial facility provided by the ashram.
Yes.
And you can see it will transfer whatever rate existence at particular date. And you can see the internet and you can see the money you are receiving. It's enough. Then no doubt.
But Maharaj, the donations for the ashram should be in rupees preference.
Suppose if anybody is not able to give
Yeah, if somebody
you can accept it. It is not compulsory. If anybody wants to give donations for this donation for foreign currency, we accept it. Because we have got agents and we have to put it in a trust account. There's no problem. But it is a donation also not compulsory. What is donation? First, why we are accepting donation? Because for maintenance of the ashram, some lights and water taxes, some cleanliness and some. So we're not nobody is using for personal purpose. And for me, I am not taking single penny from anybody else. Not even getting no even garland, no flowers, no chocolate, nothing. Because you're with love and affection, you are bringing something for me. I am not taking sweet oil. For okay, small chocolate, okay. But not big. This much, what to do what? So you are spending and say, I have to give something to somebody else. You have to waste of your money, waste of. Why to waste your money? If at all, I have not expected 199 for 100 rupees, but if at all, it is so small chocolate. No flowers, no money. You listen to me and have some conviction that is my gift. Because my master lineage also says strict discipline, not to expect anything from any disciple in devotee. Knowledge is free of charge. No charges are there. You come, give some time. For health is good, you are giving maximum time. Nowadays, my health is not so much cooperative because of this factor. So, previously, I have to deliver lecture for 3 times a day. In addition to have some video conferences, so every I think 4th or 5th time in the day or night, video conference for 1 hour, more than 1 hour, or 2 hours also. But nowadays, since the COVID pneumonia, my health has become too down. I was serious about it. So what happened? Body is good. So some restrictions are there. Okay, forget about my talk about your experience. I found that so many devotees, seekers, after reading so many books, not to be coming to the conclusion and not accepting the reality. Again, the body-based knowledge. Body-based knowledge. Preaching all the time. So after reading so many books, Ramakant, Maharaj, my books, you have to come to the conclusion that up to you now, how long you have to protect your body? In the sense, with the base of body you are thinking, the thinking to be stopped. You can use the body. But thinking process according to your status. What is your status now? You are a Brahman article. You are near body. You are not body, you are not body. So remain what you are exactly. But don't accept what you are not. What you are not, body is not your identity. In fact, it is going to deserve some other day. Then your identity is ultimate truth first. For Brahman, Atma, Paramatma, God, Master. So live like that. Again, the ladies will go, Maharaj, this question is there, that question is there. Okay, some questions are general, but most questions are body-based questions. Family question, miracles question, body-based question. There are so many questions. Financial question, psychological question. What you have informed, that listener within you is ultimate truth. And you live like that. And as you know, that body has having some stages. You become young man, old man, it has a stage of the body. So who is holding the body? That is most important. You have to change your thinking process. Okay. Way of thinking you have to change. Otherwise, if you listen me 100 hours remaining, because you must have courage. I'm providing you courage, confidence. You must have some focus. Yes, my identity like this, so why should I be like that? You are living as a man or a woman. This is not my identity at all. Difficult is there. Everybody is difficult. Everybody finds my difficulty a great difficulty. Not like Mr. Maharaj, Ranjit Maharaj, Ramsingh. It's a lot of difficulty in life. But we say, oh, small difficulty, also my difficulty. It's not no, my difficulty, great difficulty. It's not like that. So, forget about all difficulty. When you're holding body, one body, difficulties, problems, depression, bound to be there. But you remain unconcerned with that. So confidence is most important. Lack of confidence is creating problems. Then your mind, ego, intellect quickly come down. They try to distract you from the reality. Yeah. चावी घेऊन कुठे घेऊन ये तिकडे कळत नाही तेवढं. Yes.
I think should I share with my experience, or it's better to listen to you. But it's can I share?
Yeah, of course.
After my previous first time coming here, I was reciting all the time mantra, and it helped me very much in everything.
Mm-hmm.
But especially it's very helpful was to pay attention to your words and listening you. I could repeat, and it's another kind of perception of what we are talking about. And I received a lot of messages last time, and it was like a power inside me, and this power was doing some work inside me. And I had only put efforts to repeat, and no more efforts. After others' efforts was automatically by itself, and all situations, difficult situations in life, was doing automatically, and a worse situation was as easy was repeating mantra. It was great. At home, I had much more efforts to pay attention. It was pleasure, but when it was difficult situation, it comes by itself, and it was very easy to repeat and to act and to settle everything down in the life. But when I was at home, and every morning and every evening before I go to sleep and after coming up, I'm reciting maybe 1 hour or 2 hours, and it's kind of stillness inside. And but I saw that it's very easy to see that this body is not you, as everything outside is not you,
Yeah.
that perceive everything, and this body also is not you, It also doesn't perceive everything. But to shift attention to the invisible presence, it was like I could, like glimpse was. I could sometimes pay attention of that, but for a moment. And after again, by itself, attention was on the outer world, and I could realize it's not me, but attention was on that. And it was a question when I came here, but you gave many messages these days. And yesterday I was listening again what you are talking about, and it came very simple thing that you are trying to communicate, that the real master is this invisible presence, and all bhajans, all reciting is to this invisible presence.
Yes.
And everything came on, became very easy, everything. And to reciting to this power, this one power, and this very kind power, very lovely power, and to pay attention, it's very easy now. To reciting, now it's another stage of reciting. It was reciting, I was holding to the reciting because it was helping me to be detached to anything I was looking. And now this reciting is like communication with this power, is this invisible, and it's very strange and very natural feeling inside.
Because you are very, very close with your selfless self. When you become very, very close with selfless self, and when forgetting your body identity, it happens spontaneously. All questions will be solved within you, because master is not separate from you. The inner master, giving instruction time to time, if you have difficulty, if you have any questions, that will solve within you. I'll give the example of Eklavya. Very unique example is Mahabharata. The boy, about 12, 13 years boy, he wanted to learn that archery. You see one story, but he giving most information. And he approached that master with teaching that archery to the kingly person, kingly boy. So that master said, so I am unable to give it because I am meant for what the kingly boy knows. So he is not nervous, he is not depressed. He accepted him that master is my master. He went to the forest, prepared that archery, that bow and that arrow, and statue of his master. And he, with full concentration, he gave him target, full concentration, asking that statue, oh my master, I am aiming that target, is it correct or not? His inner house says, oh my guide, correct. Like that, he learned such archery, which is not taught by his master, anybody else. He was surprised, how you have got it? That means your inner master is very, very strong. I'm inviting attention to that only, because except your selfless, nothing is there. For which you have to make friendship with your selfless. As you told that information that you have experienced, very excellent experience, it is a unique experience with you. Go ahead. But after having so many experiences, then all experience will be dissolved ultimately. You remain unconcerned with the body. You remain unconcerned with the body. You remain unconcerned with the world. Though you are holding body, you are living as a body man or whatsoever may be. Though you are doing all this activity, you are doing an activity. You remain unconcerned with activity because you feel that I am not doer and there is no day. So you feel that it is a dream. If you are in the dream, you see that this is a dream. How you are acting? You never act. Okay, it's a dream. I am not doing anything. In dream, you are doing so many things. So at that time, if you come to know this is a dream, then I like, you are acting very unconcerned. You are acting as if you are normal. So like that, very unique experience happens. So therefore, I'm advising the same thing. So far you will become close and close with your selfless. It will happen. So nothing impossible for what you have said. It's very nice. I'm very happy with you. Because you are very become very close and close to your selfless, for which you have a strong confidence. You accepted master's what he says totally. That is required. That is most important. What master says is my story. When you accept in that way, then all activities, all say experience flowing inside will remain unconcerned. They're unique experience, they're good experience, exceptional experience. You'll feel happiness, especially peacefulness will be there. That can happen, very natural. So everybody has different experience. Everybody is different. So it is not what every experience is having, maybe different experience. But all experience leads to the ultimate truth.
And now I see that all these bhajans, when I started to read translation, the meaning of bhajans, and the meaning of these bhajans is, or what you are telling to us, is just different ways, many different ways to this one center, and it's like prompts, different prompts, from this way, from that way, and that this is not my body. One prompts, and that this is invisible power is your master. Another prompts, and many different, and from last time, another things helped me to realize something. And there are different paths. These words.
Yes, correct. It happens. Some people also have systems that they see the all lineage masters. That side will come. People are now working for all this stuff. So you'll find that it gets a live existence in this world. It is having so many experience like that. So, though it is not knowledge, but it is a sign of your progress, spiritual progress. Because it is said in spiritual science, when you have become close and close with yourself, the three types of experiences are happening. What is happening when you see your masters near about you, they are standing before you. Sometimes you are talking with your master, the teenage master also. Then sometimes you feel that they are touching your body. Sometimes you have smells, good smells. Even if nothing is there, you get good smells. So it happens. That means you are very close with yourself, master. So it is a good side, good experience. And for which I am insisting, have some confidence. Forget about it. When problems are there, difficult, forget it. Manaki should say that body-based knowledge, make it a spiritual knowledge, accept it spiritual. Whatever body-based knowledge, accept it spiritual knowledge. In convert it. So whatever experience is spiritual experience, forget it. There, Buddhi Atma Buddhi Karami, that what is the body-based knowledge. This is my knowledge, spiritual knowledge. It reflects from me only. Like that you have to change your mood. Nowadays, mind ego intellect working and you are following the instruction of mind ego intellect. Now you have become the master of mind ego. The mind ego intellect came afterwards, after the spirit click with the body. So after that, no mind, no ego, no intellect. It is very nice. I am very happy to have such a sharing of your knowledge, information, and experience. So it happens to everybody. So you continue that what you are practicing, you are on the right track. It means you are on right track. So what about you? So be happy. It can be happen. Because you are central point. I am not boasting, I am not claiming I am a master. Because I am addressing the individual master within you. There is no difference between this master and that master. We say for understanding the inner master, outer master. There is no such inner master, the outer sky, inner sky. No. Sky is sky. But because of your holding this voice, I take ego that I am master, you are activity. There is say for a devotee. Without me, I can't stop it. Sri Ramakrishna said, for you I have to step down. I have to consider I am master. After ego I am master. So there is no difference between you and me. So very nice, and I am very, very happy. I want to have such information from you. I want to have some such conviction from you. So that my happiness, peacefulness will increase more. Oh, I'm making some effort, it's very, result is very nice.
And I had a yesterday it was some question inside me. I don't okay, but I will ask. For Westerns, Indian people, they have a priority for this mukti because in this culture it's there is memory that mukti is the main purpose for the life, and in Western world it lost this knowledge. And from our point of view, as I was thinking, Indian, they're much closer to this state, and there are much more possibilities and much more позволение. Allowing to happen. And for Westerns, we don't understand what does mean. First, we have to understand. But as I see, there are many Indians come here to you. Maybe I don't see a whole picture, but it looks like that. But they are serving to you, to altar. But it looks like, maybe I'm wrong, but it looks like this is the same story like with Westerns.
Yeah.
They don't too much involved to find it, and it's a little bit strange for me at least. Why it's this is such possibility. Here, person who realized and can show you the same thing, very simple, and little effort you have to do just to repeat few words, and that's all. And think about what the prompts you have, and it looks like not a lot of people too much interested in that. Why?
It happens because where the things are available very easily, they don't important. Things, suppose what is knowledge available easily, it is no important. It is psychological purpose. So, because you people are there from outside, you are not, you got a lot of knowledge, but not to the say point or not to the exact knowledge. And you are hungry for knowledge. If you are hungry for some material quality, then no important, because see, in this world, particularly India, Visarata Maharaj, Rangit Maharaj, Rameshwar Maharaj, also here, and Raman Maharshi, but the persons near about them, they are not having that much attraction or that much deepness which you people are having. Because you people think this is rare or not. People think, you are the Maharaj says you are Brahman, then you are Brahman. But they are not thinking, how I'm Brahman like that. So it happens. So it's bound to be there. So out of 100, one person can be number 1 or 2. Not every student is standing as a number 1 or 2. So it's when you are throwing so many seeds, 1 or 2 seeds are coming up. So throwing seeds everywhere. Some people may, okay, some people may.
Looks like mind oriented on the facial model. Fashion. And what is now popular for the mind, inside the mind. There is much more attention to these popular thoughts and things.
Then ultimately your mind, everything will be dissolved. No mind is there. No mukti is why? What is mukti? Mukti is spiritual freedom. It is a concept. Mukti is a concept. Because four muktis are there. So for you, your case, no mukti is required because you are already free. Why mukti is required? So no concept is there. Therefore I am asking not to read any books. After reading so many books, you will be confused. Everybody says different. If at all you want to read the book, Raman Maharshi is there, the Krishnamurti is there, that Saraswati Maharaj is there. It's all even to the point knowledge. But others are there, I am not criticizing others. They are giving some round and talking about the Vedas and this is that Kundalini, that the four muktis are there, some koshas are there. What is the use of that knowledge? Super spiritual, what the time of leaving the body is useful for you? No, at all. Because all this knowledge available is in consideration of the body-based knowledge. And you are not body at all. Out of being there is no body experience. After leaving body, the body will be burnt or burned. That means it is fact, open fact. Body is not anything at all. So what is the use of this knowledge? Vedas knowledge, so many knowledge. Have that knowledge, we should give you exact approach or invite attention of the individual present. Even if you think what is the body, glimpses of what? Just glimpses of what? To whom there is no any specific identification. Identification formed because of body only. But then there is no body, what is identification? No identification. Therefore, I depend on unidentified, invisible, anonymous identity. Very simple. That means you are central point of this world, entire world project out of the present is fact. And for which conviction we got for? Conviction, again I am asking for meditation. Bhajan creates atmosphere, creates vibration inside. At presence does not have presence. Which is Atman, Paramatman, Brahman, Master, what's the names are given? A supernatural power within you. Whatever you are, you are the supernatural power. So, through meditation, through bhajan, some confidence will be created. Yes, so that I am there. Yes, fact that I am there. You can, though I am holding this cover, it is not my belong to me. See, it is here. See, it is there. After, say, the presence disappears from the body, what is the value of this body? It's dead body. They can either they burn, any problem for it. So that means this cover is not belong to you. The border of the cover is like a sky or space. Yes. Does sky want any freedom? Mukti? What mukti there for? Asking about the four questions there. Annamaya question, I got after reading, I'm kidding. Annamaya question is your body. Jnana is knowledge. Manomaya is mind. Vijnana question is beyond that. So these are just spiritual knowledge, it is guiding you. That means I wanted to say out of this, you are not in any kosher. Kundalini, what is Kundalini? It's some sense of the body. It is creating atmosphere. After having some spiritual knowledge, you get some sensitivity inside like that. So that you are beyond that. You are not in KG class. I am giving knowledge of Dr. PhD, not first and the second standard. How long are you going to remain in first or second standard? Beyond graduation, beyond post graduation. They are doctorate. We get not. Only thing is lack of confidence is secret. If you got confidence, nothing impossible. And not to relate what you are living today with body-based knowledge. Oh, I think that I got this experience. Somebody says, oh, my parents are not helping me. My son is not studying me. What is the petty matters they're asking me to. I feel sorry for them. When you are yourself Brahman, Atman, Paramatman, you can do anything. You have got power, you have got energy, you have got tremendous power. You can solve your own problem. I'm telling you, I'm not making any miracles. Miracles happen out of devotion. You see, after having flown with yourself, see the fun. You got exceptional experience. Under which circumstance, how to live that you will get instruction from inside. Knowledge. What do you mean knowledge? You have to identify yourself. Yes, there is knowledge. Knowledge is not separate from you. Master is not separate from you. It's very simple.
It's one practical question. When I'm reciting, sometimes I see that I recite not in Sanskrit, but in the language I'm there, or I'm you. Is it possible to do that, or it's better when you see that to do it in Sanskrit?
Sometimes Sanskrit word is not really, the Sanskrit word is by heart, it is enough for you. So it is come for lineage to lineage. There is not some, say, force.
Mm-hmm.
Word is having some force, therefore it came to lineage from the translation.
Mm-hmm.
The translation of the words are not really doing effect. Original and copy. Original to original. So this word is original word. And you get good effects. In the beginning you find difficulty, but after having the Sanskrit word, it will give more effect, it will create more vibration. The result, you have all body-based knowledge are resolved. Very simple word. And then it's not necessary. It sound inside spontaneous. You receive sounds inside. Suppose you deep sleep, but if you get up early, you will say singing is going on.
But Master, if in deep sleep the mantra is going on, one is awake in deep sleep.
In any position, it may be any position. At a deep sleep, could be awakening. The mantra is going on around the clock.
Then there's no more sleep if the mantra is awake.
It happens spontaneously without your knowledge.
Sir.
It happens spontaneously without your knowledge. It is a continuous process inside. Yes, your heart is working. Are you aware? Oh, my heart is working or not? It's spontaneous process. All organs inside are working 24 hours, round the clock. Are you knowing which part is not working, which part is working? Similarly, this knowledge and itself is mantra is working round together. Because there is force of the master system, hammering, for which you must have strong faith in the master. Because you are the living master. Give place that master in your heart. That's enough. Not to give mind ego interest. Remove them and make some provision for a master inside. So you act inside. So our unwanted guest will be go away. Mind is there, thoughts are there, ego is there. So there is no. Okay.
Maharaj, the publication house where the books are printed, these books, Atma, Anatma, Vivek, is that in Nasik?
Atma, Vivek?
That publishing house, publisher.
publish now that Charvadne Marathi book.
Yes, yes. Is that in
Published in India by they know by Dr. Charvadne. The Marathi book of mine published by Dr. Dheeraj Sarvadne from Beer. So he got a very low cost. So they know because if they were printing outside, we are outside I think about 500 rupees. So there is no profit, no loss, 150 rupees. So if you want to say English book, they are no better because there are some institutions there publishing no profit, no loss basis, not making any profit. But what happens, they even print out how you have to market it. Marketing is most important. For which profession publishing. Sometimes Amazon also publishing. Nowadays we have learned that Amazon, if you do some information, Amazon, they see your book, they are publishing, but they're asking how much profit you need it. So they're keeping their margin and your profit, they're fixing the suppose now sales pressure. They say, ask Amazon to publish it, they distribute it. So they say what you are expecting. They say 100 rupees or 50 rupees expecting. But they expect something 100 rupees or 200 rupees, and then you fix up the price. So nowadays Amazon also doing all these things. But you have to give them right in with the agreement also. So you not to go to enter anybody's agreement. So recently somebody told me that Amazon also they were taking care of this publication. But you have to give sole right to them with your expectation. If you don't want any expectation, I don't want any money, then you publish your cost to with their profits. Why they are doing for? Because they are distributors, they are businessmen. Suppose your cost of the 100 rupees, they pick up 200 rupees or 300 rupees. Because they have to give some margin to the other distributors. And if you are expecting more, then they will be 500 rupees. So like that, price is increasing. If the cost is 100 rupees, they keep maximum 300 rupees because they have to give some margin to the other distributors. So like that. So I'm giving you some rough idea about it. So it's up to you. And you can approach Amazon, see, I have got this future book or this book. How to publish it, what is the terms and conditions. There are external terms and conditions. They will see that marketability of your spiritual book. And then there are some, every unit, there are philosophical spiritual book, every unit is there. There are lakhs of crores of this thing. So, in all fields, in machinery, everything. So, if you approach them on the side, the group will approach you. And then ask, they take your book. If they say it is marketable, sellable in all over the world, then they will approach you and ask what your expectation. So nowadays, the advanced technology is there. But if you publish personally, then it is a problem for you because you will get lower price. How to market it in the world? That's a problem. Sometimes some publishers are there, they are putting their brand name. Suppose Philips. Philips are not manufacturing, but they have manufactured something. Given to Philips, they are taking their mark, standing on market of Philips. People are blind, Philips company, Philips company. So like so many things are there. So you decided, if you want to only print out, then you print out. There is several things that they are only person.
here in Nashik, is that?
Nashik, not big. They are from Bid, other places. In Maharashtra.
How far?
They are about 300
kilometers?
No, about more than 600 kilometers.
Oh.
But you decided, otherwise you approach which you got to publish in Marathi or Spanish or Dutch language or which language you decide. And then you have to give take the copy, master copy of your print. And you have to contact with them. So I have to have some master copy, suppose self-pressure or translation self-pressure. And you have to give history because who is the origin writer, who is the publisher. They have to give history and all this. And they will decide if the popularity of that book, particular book, they will approach you. Yes, we will publish it. What are your terms and conditions? They will ask you what your terms and conditions. And how many years you have to do it? How many editions you have to publish? 1 edition, 2 edition, 10 editions, like that. Yes, when they draft that agreement draft to you. And then according to the, after signing the agreement draft, they will do it. So we approach. Okay. For your Tirumala, there are some